August is not merely a date on a calendar. It's a date of memory, evidence, and political responsibility for Rohingya. It represents the beginning of one of the largest episodes of forced displacement in our modern history, but our history did not begin in 2017 and our future must not end in a refugee camp. Today we remember the victims, examine the evidence, recognize the suffering of our people, and speak about the future we have the right to do. The first movement understood the decades of classification and exclusion. In 1978, Operation Megamin was pledged by the flight of more than 200,000 Rohingya to Bangladesh. In 1982, Myanmar introduced a citizenship framework that contributed to the systematic exclusion and ethnic lessons of Rohingya. In 1991 and 1992, another major campaign of persecution killed approximately 250,000 Rohingya across the border. The violence and segregation intensified again in 2012 and 2016. Then came 25 August 2017. Myanmar began the first large-scale operation across Rohingya poverty areas and more than 700,000 Rohingya fled to Bangladesh. United Nations investigators documented killing, sexual violence, child and village destruction, and forced displacement. A UN independent international fact-finding mission concluded that suicide acts had and found returnable to impaired genocidal intent. This teaches us a critical lesson. Massive atrocities do not always appear suddenly. They can deploy trials of discrimination, institutional exclusion, impunity, and escalating violence. But our investigation cannot stop in 2017. In 2024, they compared international interests and other businesses as the Rohingya expanded its territorial control over blood vessels, including killing, destruction, bombs, and other serious abuses documented by independent investigation. We must apply one standard. We will explore evidence before accusation, investigation before conclusion, and lobby. Therefore, we ask the government what happened to Rohingya civilians who was responsible for what evidence, establishing responsibility where abuses isolated or systematic. What was the pattern, and most importantly, does the evidence satisfy the specific legal requirement for genocide? We must neither hide this allegation nor declare a legal conclusion without establishing the required evidence. In instance, justice cannot depend on which actor committed the election. And now, we come to the most important question. What future do we want? We the Rohingya do not want our future to be permanently defined by refugee camp. We want to return to homeland, not merely as people physically transported across the border, but as human beings with rights, dignity and dignity. We want citizenship or secure legal status. We want our home and livelihoods protected. Our parents want their children to attend a school and university. We want access to health care. We want the freedom to work, to participate in public life, to read and to view our future like every other human community. But return must be safe, voluntary, dignified and sustainable. A return without rights. It's not a complex solution. It refugees in the condition created displacement in the past. Our demand is therefore not symbolic to go back. Our demand is to return with right, live without fear, and wear a future with dignity. Today, remember not to remain trapped in the past, but to protect the future. We remember those who lost their lives. We remember those who lost their homes. We remember those who have fought from their homeland. We document because history must not be erased. And investigate because truth must be established. We seek justice because impunity cannot be the condition of peace, and we look towards the future.
We the Rohingya do not want our future to be defined forever by refugee camps. We want to return to our homelands safely, voluntarily, and with dignity, with citizenship or security against equality, security, freedom of movement, education, livelihoods, political participation, and protection under the law. We do not seek a future built on revenge. We seek a future built on rights, justice, equality, and peace.
Our history must be reserved, our evidence must be preserved, our rights must be recognized, and our future must be ours to build. We remember, we document, we seek justice, we return with dignity, we build our future. 25 August, we got the first, defend the truth, build the future. Thank you.